What up, good people? I go by the name of Chris, co-host
Harvey Wall.
Yeah, and we're gonna get into this Ravens talk, man. Week 1 has already subsided. Preseason was cool. I really think preseason was just a look of how our third and fourth string was gonna be, you know, and depth that we need, because we're seeing last season, and depth is a big thing that we need. So going right in it, week 1, what were your thoughts? You know what I mean, offensively, defensively?
Well, let's start off. You know, said we got a whole template here. You know what I mean? Introduce ourselves. You know what I mean? Once again, Chris, Harvey Wall. You know what I mean? What's the name of our podcast?
I don't know. RavensLounge. Flock. I don't know.
RavensLounge. I like RavensLounge. Like we chilling. You know what I mean? We in the lounge right now.
You know what I mean?
So, how'd you become a Ravens fan?
Honestly, going back to, I would say, high school. My dad always watched it. I never was really into football like that. It was always playing in the background. I didn't really get into it until we started playing the Colts and Peyton Manning. And we kept losing to them. And I was just like, hey man, we gotta get over this hump. And I started investing to the players and the wide receivers. And it was always that battle of the Colts and the Patriots. And we can never get over that hump.
Nope.
We got there a couple times, you know what I mean?
It was always a duke.
Yeah, it's always a battle. How about you?
So, I mean, I think the same thing. Like that 2000s Ravens team that went to the Super Bowl and everything like that. Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, just going.
Yeah, the heavy hitters.
Well, hold up. Ed Reed wasn't even part of the team just yet.
Not yet.
So Ray Lewis, like Chris McAllister,
12 Suggs came.
Yeah, like so, like that whole squad. You know what I mean? Chris McAllister. I can't remember everybody, but you know what I mean.
You know.
But like that 2000s defense, Ravens defense was like no other.
Elite.
They were scoring so much they made the game exciting. Yeah. And next thing I know, I was Ravens fans. You know, ever since then.
I think what really put me over the hump and made me invest and watch was when we got Joe Flacco, because I think we had a slew of quarterbacks, and we was just
horrible quarterbacks.
I was just like, what is going on? And when we got Joe Flacco and we started actually, gain the momentum and go on the playoffs and stuff like that, I was like, we really contenders.
Yeah,
you know
when
what I mean?
we started actually making passes.
Yeah,
because
we've been a run game.
Yeah, run
defense,
first.
Defense.
Yeah, it was just run and defense. Yeah. Run, defense. You know what I mean?
That was our game plan. Then that still is.
Yeah, and special teams.
Yes.
And special teams. Matt Stover.
Come on.
Jacoby Jones.
Other than Billy Cunda. We don't talk about Billy.
No.
Lord.
It's a heartbreak. So, I mean, for me, like I said, like that 2000s Ravens, you know what I mean, super exciting. And you can kind of see, like right now, like we still kind of on that same vibe.
We're on that path right now.
Yeah.
But let me go back for people that don't know. Harvey was not always a Ravens fan. I had a Super Bowl party at my house, old crib. He was rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles. Big Eagles fan.
So
Eagles fly.
I like the black quarterback. Donovan McNabb.
So he's probably player specific than more team.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Before he found his niche, it's like, the Ravens. Yeah, he was player.
It's like, you know what I mean, Michael Vick. It was like, these are things that wasn't normal having a black quarterback.
We didn't see that. You know what I mean? Growing up,
the Minnesota Vikings.
Randall Cunningham,
and it was one more. I can't remember his name, but like those black quarterbacks, you know what I mean? Like you just didn't see that, you know what I mean? And ones that were actually, you know what I mean, taking their teams to playoffs and everything like that.
Definitely.
But Philadelphia, I did like them. You know what I mean? Deuce Staley, the running back.
Come on, Deuce. Big Deuce.
Yeah. Who else, man? I mean, like
you had a couple teams. Because again, I wasn't into football. I watched it, but I wasn't a diehard fan of a team.
I used to like the the Rams when they was in St. Louis.
Okay, well,
I was a Nelly fan.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I had the vocal.
I was a Nelly fan. You know what I'm saying? So boom, like I'm rooting for the Rams. You know what I mean? Kurt Warner. Like, but once again, like that was another crazy team at the time.
They had so many stars.
Yeah.
So many
and
stars.
you know what I mean? Next thing you know, it was like the Tom Brady show. You know what I'm saying? And that was that. And all the teams.
And kind of just fast forward right now, where we in for the past 5 years, it's been the Patrick Mahomes show, and that's kind of how we got to get over that hump.
Yeah.
So sliding right into it. Let's go into we got our 53-man roster. You know what I mean? Do you like the team and the direction that our players so far that we have?
So I think I do like the team. I feel like the offense has a lot of potential to be something. I mean, you saw Isaiah Likely, the rookie tight end, going crazy in the preseason. He didn't have the greatest showing for his first game.
Yeah.
I believe it was 4 targets, no receptions, what I'm saying, like no catches.
Yeah.
But and he definitely looked a little lost to me. You know what I mean? Looked like he was kind of just just out there.
I was going to touch on that in a little bit, but that's the difference between that preseason team, because you playing third string, fourth string.
Yeah.
And when he playing these number ones,
right,
it's a whole different ball.
Definitely.
And you're not going to get as many looks. You're not going to get as many touches. So when the ball come your way, you got to catch and execute. Because he was going crazy on the last preseason game. And I was like, if he playing like that during the season, we got another
tight end
tandem for Mark Andrews and I. Woo!
You going to get those passes over the middle. So
they're going to be over.
You gotta expect to get hit.
Yeah.
It seemed like he didn't want to get hit. That's what it looked like.
He's playing a little like a little scared, a little scared.
But so
first game.
Offense, we started off slow.
First 3 quarters, I'll say.
Yeah.
First 3 quarters was like, all right, y'all. But again, it's a new team, from last year to this year.
And Harbaugh was not playing this year as far as the preseason games. He was like, "Nah, we ain't playing none of my starters."
He ain't play the starters, and we like that. We was like, "Yo, don't."
No, I did appreciate that.
Please don't do that again.
But
lo and behold.
Well, we get into that, but I think the offense has a lot of potential. You know what I mean? It's players everywhere.
Right.
I mean, Duvernay is stepping up. We already know what Rashad Bateman can do.
Right. Second game, he's going crazy.
Is it DeMarcus Robinson?
DeMarcus Robinson. Correct.
I'm excited about him and everything he has going on. Of course,
the other one.
Talk to me.
Not Tylon. My boy, man. What's his name, man? Hold on.
But of course, Mark Andrews, he's going to be.
Of course he's going to be.
That number 1 guy for us. Did you peep Sauce Gardner trying to cover?
He tried.
I wasn't worried about him.
He tried. You know what I mean? And my biggest thing is I wasn't scared of the Jets, but watching the draft and I saw a couple of things on YouTube, saw their training camp and stuff. I was like, okay, they had a decent squad.
Yeah.
But no league is gonna turn it around year 1.
No.
You know what I mean? So I wasn't like, the Jets. You know what I mean? But I was like, they got a lot of good guys, but these guys ain't seen no NFL play yet.
The one thing I didn't want to happen with this particular game was for us to sleep on the Jets. And they show up to play.
They roll overs.
And they show up and play, and that's the game.
And I saw their injury list going in, and they don't have their number 1 quarterback. They ain't had their right tackle, so they had a lot of people missing from their lineup too. So, you still gotta play. It's Sunday.
If you want to talk about our defense,
come on.
Our defense 8. That line 8.
Come on.
Mike McDonald, I'm loving what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? It seems very simple, but very effective.
It's effective.
And
we ain't got no crazy pass rushers, you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
We got who we got, and they make it work.
We had 3, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Stephen Means. I'm saying like Stephen Means, Justice Houston, and Adafe Owe.
Yeah.
That's the only outside linebackers we had.
Edge, yeah.
Yeah.
And Justin, he got some touches.
But I'm saying, Metabike, you know what I'm saying? But all of that interior pressure, man, it was crazy.
I love it, and that's what we've been missing.
I mean, all of them. Brent Urban was in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Michael Pierce was in the mix. Calais Campbell was in the mix.
Always force to be reckoned with.
Who else, man? Washington. Broderick Washington was in the mix. Like the whole defensive line was in the mix. You know what I'm saying? And to creating pressure, Harris. You know what I mean? And Flacco ain't had nothing to do. But once again, like this is Flacco. He's 37. He's 37. I don't think that's going to be the case next week. Tua Tonga Bailoa, I cannot pronounce his name ever.
Yeah.
But like he's gonna he's a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, a little bit more mobile.
Younger, moves his feet, you know what I'm saying, throwing,
And he got targets.
Oh yeah. Like you saw what they was doing to the Patriots. But yeah, so like that's what I think of the team. I think we got an amazing team. We just got to put the pieces together and get that cohesiveness on offense.
Yeah. So speaking of, all right, so we got our rookie. I mean our wide receiver tandem, right? Got our core. We are no Bateman, Batman. Duvernay, he had two good solid touchdowns. You know what I'm saying?
Did.
And that was like somebody that I wasn't really keeping my eye on like that. Like I know he can play, but him going up and catching passes in the end zone contested.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that says a lot. And I'm like, you watch him at training camp, and you watch him play and stuff like that. It's like, oh, okay, cool. But to actually in game going up and getting them things, I'm like, okay, all right, we can count on Duvernay to catch some balls. And we still got DeMarcus Robinson. We already know he's a one play. You know what I mean? Like, and
he had that big PI.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. We didn't even get to the tight end yet. Like, I think Mark Andrews only had a couple targets and catches, if you want to.
So Mark Andrews had five receptions for 52 yards,
and that's very light for Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah.
But I mean,
light.
But still, out of all the receptions, like he still had the most receptions out of our wide receivers.
Well, so going here it says Rashad had 59, 2 receptions, 59 yards.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, targets. It's like Mark Andrews was still targeted the most.
Got you. Yeah, 5 times.
You know what I mean?
Got you.
But yeah, I mean, Rashad Bateman, he has the most yards off of 2 catches.
Yeah,
or whatever.
them big.
But yeah, that was 2 chunk plays. That was crazy.
Correct.
What else? Devin Duvernay. You know what I'm saying? Like right under that, 4 receptions, 54 yards.
Yeah. So my thing is, I'm loving the passing. You know what I mean? I wanted them to go this direction. They were doing it last year before Lamar got injured, and we kept seeing little sprouts of like, they passing the ball. Oh, you sprinkling in some play action. You know what I mean? And when I saw that, I was like, that's just going to open up the run game. And granted, we heard news. We're going to get into injuries and stuff like that, but we have the running backs. You know what I mean? We went out and got Kenyon Drake. We signed all these running backs, and we just want to see them, produce more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, J.K. Dobbins is coming back. You know what I mean? So it's just, we doing this passing thing, cool. And when it's not working, we go back to what we our bread and butter, the run game. You know what I mean? So we didn't see it much in the Jets game, but it's once it opened up, you know what I mean? It's going to be great. We're going to have a 1-2 punch.
This running game was not there Sunday.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Most of our running backs average, 2 yards per carry, 3 yards per carry. You know what I mean? Mike Davis, like he had turned on the second gear. I'm like, okay, Mike Davis.
Let's go.
And then he got the fumble. And then you ain't seeing the rest of the game. John Harbaugh does not like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he don't do the fumble.
If you give up his football, like that's that for the day.
Go sit it down, baby.
Yeah.
Sit it on down.
Yeah, we didn't see no more Mike Davis. You know what I mean? He had those 2 carries, but I mean,
it's pretty much a Kenyon Drake show.
But it's like, is it the running backs or is it our offensive line?
Oh, offensive line. Yeah. Because you got a lot of people switching over positions playing out of position, new to the position, new center. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's a whole new system, a whole new line versus last year. So can't fault anybody. Everybody's just learning. So it took 3 quarters for everybody to get running. You know what I mean? But what's the word I'm trying? Sentiments to the Jets defense because they held. You know what I mean? Like we could have ran all over them. Could have ran through them, but we didn't. For 3 quarters, they was holding us. So kudos.
Yeah, Kenyon Drake, he had the most carries, 11 carries, and only 31 yards. You know what I'm saying, off 11 carries. Now, once upon a time, you know what I mean, 11 carries could have been, you know, at least
98.
Yeah, you know what I mean, at least 100 yards.
It's 10 a pop.
But you know, so I mean, offensive line play, I felt like you know, could definitely come up a little bit better. You know what I mean? The protection, I feel like the protection was
solid.
Yeah.
Protection was solid.
But
I didn't see him running around with his chicken, like head with the chicken cut off. Like
he had time. He had time to throw. You know what I mean? Even though like he was like pretty quick with it. You know what I'm saying? Getting his passes out.
And they were in tune, like with his wide receivers. You know what I mean? They
I felt
like,
that.
You know, boom, you here, you're not here. All right, boom.
Yeah, I felt
that.
that.
He had missed 2 bombs that he could have hit with Bateman. And 2 overthrows, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Bateman and Tylan Wallace.
Yeah, 2 overthrows, but you know, he progressed throughout the game. You know what I mean? You saw him like, all right, let me settle down, put this much velocity, this much accuracy on that, and you know, going from first quarter to fourth, it was like, oh
man, he had that no look pass to do
beautiful.
He trying to say he was watching him. I'm like, no, that looked like, you know,
he was going this way. God. Beautiful, man.
What else we got for the offense? So I mean,
so going back to Isaiah Likely.
Okay.
Like I said, my players that I thought was going to stand out in the Jets game, you know, like break out because like nobody really know who they are.
Right.
I did think Isaiah Likely was going to show out. You know what I mean? Get more yards and more targets, or just some yak. You know, catch the ball and just go crazy afterwards. And I didn't see it, and I was kind of disappointed because going from that 3rd preseason game, I was like, oh, this man's about to explode. So I didn't see as much. On the defensive side, what I was very impressed with.
What are we going to defense?
Well, I'm giving both sides. My key player that I was kind of like rooting for was Isaiah Likely, and on defense, I was rooting for the person we just got, Marcus Williams, because we didn't hear about him. We didn't see him preseason. It's only training camp. We didn't see anything about him.
Right.
So like he comes in, and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? That's something to look forward to. And I was just like, all right, bet. Well, I ain't got to worry about him. So Kyle, you know what I mean? Whenever he get his shine on, like, you know, we get to see what he working with. But yeah, who's your 2 on offense and defense?
So people that I felt like was going to break out. I really thought Demarcus Robinson on offense was going to do some more. Yeah, because after that one preseason game, like, I was so, you know, I felt like he was going to go crazy.
Some damage. Yeah.
But you know, we didn't see that. Like I said, he got the 1 PI call, and that helped us to score. On defense, breakout player. I want to say Matabike.
Yeah,
I was really looking forward to him stepping up and doing more, and which he was. Like he was all over. Like every time I turned around, he was the one.
He was there on the play. Yeah,
he was around the ball all the time. So, but yeah, let's talk about this defense, man. This defense, I'm in love.
I said this preseason going in. I was like, we probably top 5.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, just off some rebuild, you know what I mean? Coming from what we did last season and 3rd string, 4th string, off the street cornerbacks to what we got now, you know what I mean? I'm thoroughly impressed. And we still got the guy that we drafted. He might come back
later on in the
season. So we just adding depth and adding good players. Jabo. We just adding good players. So I'm very excited about the defense. And I really don't have no complaints right now. You know what I mean? I don't. I really don't. I don't see no holes because Marcus Peters ain't even there yet. You know what I mean?
We did not allow a touchdown. I mean, that was
we gave one up, and I feel like the defense got a little sluggish, and they was just like, it is what it is, man. It's fourth quarter, 1 minute left.
But for the most part, we was getting turnovers. Like that's something that we 100% missed on last year. Yep. We were not getting turnovers,
and then capitalizing on the turnovers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Just getting it ain't enough. Just like get some points off that thing. And
exactly,
we definitely did.
Yeah, we scored. Like the full 7, not just like a field goal or anything like that.
We rarely saw Tuck out there.
Right.
Rarely.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. Because Tucker will kick our whole game and win it for us.
But, I touched on it earlier. The defensive line is...
That front four, baby.
Man, they some monsters. And then, I think with now having secure safety play, it's allowing our corners to do to kind of do what they gotta do, and not can be so worried about somebody blowing the top off.
I love that. You can focus on your position more than worrying about, all right, he can a little iffy, so I might have to, and then double back. You know what I mean? So you ain't gotta worry about that when all your men is playing.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but Kyle Hamilton, like honestly, he almost had maybe like two or three interceptions that he could have had if he would have
in the right position or caught it.
Like if he played like a little bit more calm, you know what I mean, and just been right there, like he was anticipating, he was like over anticipating a little bit. But it was a few times the ball was right there. It could have came right to him. You know what I mean? And if you look at Marcus Williams, man, I mean, 10 solo tackles. Like he had the most tackles out of the whole defense.
I'm looking at it. It's crazy.
The most tackles
on the ball.
Like that's you know what I mean? Come on.
The ball, man.
Patrick Queen, he stepped up. Like he was
we've been waiting for this. The biggest thing, tackling.
He was wrapping up. The guy, like he by himself. He wrapped up. The guy went down. Wow.
Open field tackling was our biggest issue last season and gave up so many yards after the catch. And, I'm sure he got an earful of that. And first thing I seen was him, like you said, wrap up, take him to the ground. And I'm like, that's what we've been hoping from you for years. You know what I mean? It was like 30 years, whatever. But every year we want to see him like dominate. Like, you know what I mean? Like step up. And I'm very happy I saw that.
Because that's something that he definitely wasn't doing. He was trying to just like hit hard.
Yeah, like
versus
Madden hit
being technical.
Yeah, like grab the leg, shoot straight. You know what I mean?
Hey man, you can't run without your legs, man.
Come on,
you know what I
mean? Yeah. I get that.
Who else? Justice Houston. He had a sack.
My boy
Patrick Queen had a half a sack.
Come
on. Calais Campbell
had a sack. He's in there.
And then, like once again, like, you're talking about Marcus Williams, like he had the most tackles, but he also had an interception, turnover.
I mean, he was balling.
And so, you put all of that together.
Again, for somebody that didn't see play yet.
Right.
And for him to come out like that, and I was like, I'm sold. I'm sold. Worth the money.
All over the field.
Ravens don't spend money on free agents.
Right.
They don't. That's not what they do. And,
But like the other thing, the defense has depth.
Right.
So, like you saw like Pepe out there. You know what I mean? Like, like the corners wasn't just getting, tired and everything like that. You know what I mean? You saw like other corners coming in and helping out. Same thing with the line. You know what I mean? You just saw that rotation. Calais Campbell, and then Brent Urban, you know what I'm saying?
6'7".
You saw Michael Pierce out there, but then you saw Crawford. Not Crawford, my bad. Broderick Washington.
Yeah.
And then, Matabike, I think, was he out there like the whole game? Just about?
I would say majority. Yeah. Majority. Yeah.
So.
Again, spoiler guys, I didn't see the whole full game. I saw what is important. You know what I mean?
Understood.
You know what I mean? So
I watched the whole game.
My schedule is crazy, so
I watched the whole game. It was later.
Yeah.
But I definitely got the chance to watch the whole game.
I saw the most important parts. You know what I mean? And I did see, like, again, the progression of Lamar kind of struggling to hit his marks and then actually pinpointing hitting it to no look passes to touchdown. I was just like, okay, yeah.
So, how you feel about our special teams? Jordan Stout.
They've always been good. Yeah, Jordan Stout, newcomer.
Rookie.
Yeah, newcomer. I ain't mad at that.
Nah, he was bombing.
I ain't mad at that. You know what I mean? Like to go from what we are
Cook,
used to, you know what I mean, to just coming into this. It's just like when we got Justin Tucker. It was just like, oh, who's this guy? You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And you doing your thing early, and I feel like we got another one.
Yeah, he's holding. He's holding. Right. He's holding and he's punting.
Yeah, he's doing the double feature.
You know, man. Of course, Justin Tucker.
Back again, guys. Jumping back in.
Talk fast.
To jumping into Lamar's contract. Do you think he got a fair deal? Do you think he was gypped? Do you think he's gonna hit the market? He's gonna hit with the franchise tag? Like, what's your thoughts about this contract extension?
I mean, of course, I want Lamar back, but man, at what cost?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you pay him, you're not gonna be able to pay nobody else, and clearly, we gotta pay other people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's
Still gotta
it's
build
a
a
team.
team
Yeah, it's
around
a team effort.
Yeah.
And they haven't, clearly, you know what I mean? Like you see what's going on. Like
Right.
they haven't put like too many other pieces around him other than Mark Andrews, but like that was a draft pick.
So for me, the since the whole Deshaun Watson thing, the floor has been $230 million guaranteed. He wants something close to it, maybe like a $200 million guaranteed. Him and the Ravens not seeing eye to eye for that. They, not to say that he's not worth it, but as far as longevity wise, it just don't make sense. Money wise, it's gonna be tied up in different other players, and just his style of play and how he plays.
Mm-hmm.
Say he gets injured year two, you know what I mean? That money's out the water. So yeah, I just feel like he got his 5th-year contract. They don't franchise him. They let him walk, test the market. And the Ravens, they don't bow down. They just not gonna just pay you just because that's what you want. That's how they always been.
I mean, go ahead, Mike. What's your thoughts?
I'm gonna say it's always been right player, right price in this town. We don't overpay. God bless him. Like I want to see him get paid, but to hear that he turned down potentially $180 million guaranteed, I just don't. It's not gonna be a fit. So what I see for him is I see the Ravens tagging him and then trying to trade him, and that's gonna cause an uproar in this town. A lot of people.
We die fans.
We
you see how many jerseys get sold?
we attach our heroes. They look like us. It feel like family.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's business. So
You're still going.
Yeah. So just
I agree with that.
I tell people just prepare themselves to, for the greater good of the team.
Mm-hmm.
The team.
Future.
Definitely. Be okay with Lamar walking, especially if they can get something for him, like
trade
Hollywood leave time. Hollywood leave time. You turn that to picks for a guy that's gonna walk anyway. You're not gonna resign him.
I was cool with that though.
I know you were. A lot of people did.
And it was kind of unexpected when they had.
I liked Hollywood, but I didn't feel like he was the savior. At receiver.
But
you know what I'm saying?
He was a one-trick pony, like with the dreads, they cut his dreads. So
but getting back to right player, right price, the Ravens don't do business like that. We've never had a guy at a skill position that we paid.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Even Steve Smith and Quan Bolden coming in late.
We tried to pay a guy this year. He ended up turning us down in Minnesota.
Even the center, he wanted to try
Darius.
Like he had a big game against Green Bay the other day, but he turned down. It turned out the price wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
He thought it was a good price, and then somebody signed the week after, and he said, "Hold up,
Yeah,
that's another.
Wait a minute.
The ceiling went up.
Yesterday's price,
not today's price.
So, I mean, shout out to people that's trying to get paid, and you
ain't
can't get
knocking.
mad at that. And this as fans, let's not alienate the people who chase the bag.
Yeah, it's a business at the end of the day.
Shout out to them and their families.
Yeah,
No, I'm with that.
And me too.
Yeah. All right,
Bobby
so
Wagner.
we're gonna get into these the schedule for the rest of the remaining schedule, 2022. Just gonna throw it out there, and you give me a quick yes or no. Harvey.
I'm gonna say we won't beat the Jets. No.
Yeah. Maybe 24-9. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe a prediction
Yeah,
24-9.
you know.
Harvey. Dolphins. Who you got? Win or loss?
I feel like we're gonna come out with the win. It's gonna definitely be a tough game, but I think we're gonna come out with the win.
Mike, who you got? What you got?
I'm gonna say the Dolphins plus 3.5. If you're a betting person, hopefully we walk them off. But I'm not gonna wear my purple shades and drink the purple Kool-Aid. I think it's gonna be a tough game because of how they stress teams.
That's what I was saying.
In more ways than one.
Yep.
Tyreek Hill on one side, Jalen Waddle on the other side.
Yep.
It can be explosive.
And they have a defense.
Hopefully we play keep it close and we walk them off. Just Tucker plus 3. But if you're a betting person, take 3.5 with the Dolphins.
Like you said, I'm gonna take a close game, but an L for the Dolphins for me. Here we go. Patriots. Who you got, Harvey?
We winning that.
Okay.
On the road, we're gonna go up there and beat them. What time is that game, Chris?
That is a 1:00 game.
Yeah, most of these
game,
won.
Yeah.
So we're gonna knock them off.
Got you. All right. I got a W for that as well. So let's go right along to the Bills. Big game.
October 2nd. Here at the bank.
At the bank. Who you got, Harvey?
All right, so I mean, I must be like a real Ravens fan for real.
This is W.
We everything.
I get
You know
it.
what I mean?
I get it.
So I mean, like if you watch the Rams game, like it was a close game, and then they took off. But I still feel like I feel like we got some nice pieces to control their offense on with our defense. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Ravens win. It's gonna be another tight game.
It's gonna be a dogfight. All right, who you got, Mike?
I'm gonna take the Ravens in a close one.
Okay.
Nice.
I hope, I'm hoping that we can run the ball at a better clip than them. They seem to like to throw the ball around too much, and when they're not, their best running game is including the quarterback. So Ravens in a close one at home.
Okay.
I like that.
Still a betting man. I'm gonna give them an L for that one that week. Tough game, very tough game for that one. All right, so moving right along.
Too soon for the line.
Bengals 8:20 game at night. Who you got, Harvey? At the bank.
I feel like we're gonna lose that game. I feel like for whatever reason we are like nervous against the Bengals. You know what I mean?
This was in the Super Bowl.
I'm just saying.
Got 3-headed monster.
So I'm gonna go with we lose that one.
I'm gonna say we win that one.
I agree.
Bengals are pretenders. They are maybe the 5th best team in the AFC.
Yeah, they're not unbeatable.
Last year.
Yeah.
We had nobody. Yeah.
It's something about being the best team. You get everybody's best shot. He ain't sneaking up on nobody. You saw what Pittsburgh did to him last week. I mean,
they barely.
Bengals should have probably won the game.
They barely
anyway,
won.
but I mean,
Yeah. I got a dub at the bank at home, night game for the Bengals. All right, moving on. We go up to New York. Harvey.
That's definitely a win. Come on.
Dub, Saquon Barkley.
Come on, man.
Feeling himself.
That's all they got.
Yeah, pretty much. Daniel Jones. Who you got, Mike? Ravens. I have the Ravens as well. All right, coming back home, coming from the road, we got the Cleveland Browns, 1:00. What you got, Harvey?
I think we win that. I feel like it's gonna be another cakewalk.
Now, mind you, Deshaun Watson will be back.
No,
by this
not for this game. That's game 7.
He's out 6 weeks.
That's the first, right? So he'll be back for the second Ravens game.
So how many games did they get?
6.
No,
That was the first.
he'll be back. He'll be back for week 15.
They went back and saw how many towels he used, and they gave him like 5 more games.
Yeah, they appealed that situation.
Okay. Well, that's that corrected.
Right.
Edit that out. Say that.
Ravens knock off the Browns.
Definitely.
Yeah. Dub all around. Yeah. If that's the case, yeah, double all around. All right, so
So it gets
a
interesting.
little tougher, right? You go see that boy TB, down in Tampa Bay. Buccaneers, who you got? Night game.
Thursday night football.
Night
I
game.
think it's gonna be a close one, but I think we lose that game.
Okay.
Need a reason?
Give me a reason.
All right, so
Defense.
reason being,
Their
you know what I mean?
defense is crazy.
You know what I mean? If you look at where we at with the stretch, you know what I'm saying? Like this is that last October game. I don't know what happens on that last October game. You know what I mean? You know,
You're saying it's Halloween and
yeah, it's, you know, it's gonna be spooky, man. I'm just saying.
And it's on Amazon Prime.
So
It's a little
I'm just
different.
saying, like it's just I don't see us coming out with the win on that one. You know, in Tampa.
I agree. I got an L for that game as well. A lot of factors. Tom Brady and that offense looks great. Wide receivers are still kicking. And their defense is doing what they did. See how they did the Cowboys. All right, moving on. Monday
did you
night
get your prediction?
game.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna say they all old. Julio Jones, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin ain't playing this week.
Still catch.
Ravens are a team that can win every game they play.
Very true.
So if I look like a homer picking the home team every time, I just feel like if we able to control the clock, play solid defense, we can win every game we on. Will the Ravens win that Thursday night on a short week? Probably not. But I say give them that game and then take away the Monday night, the next Monday night game in the Saints. You know, precursor. Will they win Monday night in New Orleans? They're not gonna have both games.
Right. So that'll be split.
So I'm gonna say they split those games.
I say we lose against the Saints. Saints is a sneaky team, man.
So you can't say well if you subscribe to what I'm dealing, you can't say they win Buccaneers game and win the Saints game.
No, I'm
No, he
saying
said-
I said
L.
I said
L
yeah.
Buccaneers.
L to the Bucks and L to
W
the
on
Saints.
So all right, 2 losses right there.
Yeah.
Thursday and Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, you got L for the Saints as well?
Mhm.
Okay.
Saints is a nice team, man,
Okay.
and they kind of sneaky.
Got a W there for the Saints.
And their fans practice hoodoo.
So, that part.
So you know, if you ain't ever had nobody practice on hoodoo, man,
You're in for a treat.
Voodoo, like for real. Ask
And them
my-
beignets be hitting.
They be hitting.
They be hitting, boy.
You ever met a Creole woman though? You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
so we week, everybody we went to New Orleans. We ate all the beignets and all the hurricanes and hand grenades we could.
Put up drawers in the front yard. You can't
Come
leave the
on,
house.
we bye week
you
because
know?
we all going to that game. We all going to New Orleans and going crazy.
Y'all going?
Like that's on the schedule. That's what I want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that.
You know what I'm saying? Shoot the podcast in New Orleans.
Dope.
How y'all feel about it? Let us know in the comments. All right, so we come back to the bank.
Panthers.
We got
Oh, that's a win.
Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? The Panthers. Christian McCaffrey. You know what I mean? How you feel about it, Aubrey?
Man, that's a win. That's
Okay.
a dub.
Okay. A little easy. You know what I mean? Mike, what you got?
Any given Sunday, man.
Man.
But
Dog fight.
Ravens with a close one.
Okay.
Barring any injuries, at this point you got injuries.
Yeah.
At this point you don't know what it's going to be.
Mhm.
Just as of today, they knocked the Panthers off. Where's that game being played?
That is
The bank.
at the bank.
At the bank.
I got
Ravens at home.
it. Yeah. I
Ravens
got
plus
it.
3.5. Take.
Got a good 21, 19, something like that. Something close. All right, moving right along to Jacksonville. Jaguars, they done spruced up with free agency and trades and all that good stuff. Oh, they still good enough.
And that's real nice and all.
Ha!
We're gonna come out with the win on that.
Okay. So I like
For
to hear.
sure.
Unless they change the name, they gonna always be little brother.
Yeah, they always look good.
Ain't nothing they can do today that make me feel like they gonna beat the Ravens. Just what it is.
I agree. W in Jacksonville for the Jaguars. All right, we take on then Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, the Broncos at home, at the bank. What we
So
doing?
I mean, I only seen one showing. With
That offense.
the paid man, Russell Wilson.
Come on now.
But
Sierra's sitting lovely.
but I feel like by this time, like they should have some things together. You know what I mean, offensively. So I think it's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah,
but I
they-
still think that we
seasoned.
win this one.
Yeah, I feel like they haven't found their stride yet. Even the 13th week, still a whole new system. I think we come out with a dub right there. All right, our rivals, Steelers at Heinz Field, 1 o'clock game.
They're not calling it Heinz Field no more, Chris.
Oh,
They gonna call it something else now.
okay. What that guy said.
Back to the Broncos though.
Mhm.
After what they did to me last night, losing
Crazy.
to the Seahawks,
Crazy.
they ain't gotta worry about me having nothing with them. Russell Wilson, 4th and 5. They bring out a guy to kick out a 65-yard field goal.
Wildness.
I couldn't believe it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I was like,
and that goes,
What's happening?
and it goes to show you why you shouldn't invest all your money in one position.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
especially
eggs in
if
one
you
basket, boy.
Especially if you're paying a guy upwards of $150 million.
Yeah.
You can't
Mhm.
count on him to get you 5 yards when the game on the line. So what's the point?
What are you doing?
You know, I go back to that. So yeah.
He was supposed to win that game, man.
I mean,
That's
hands
what-
down.
He should have had the ball in his
Woulda,
hands
shoulda,
at least.
coulda.
I'm just saying. Like,
They let 30 seconds go down.
Give him a chance.
they let 30 seconds go down. They let them ice the kicker. Watch him miss it. Watch him miss it again when they count it.
Trying to get the
Yeah.
game away.
That thing definitely went left.
Trying
Like,
to get
all
the
right,
game
like
away.
you're in,
And Russell Wilson, the company guy, he always felt that way. He don't seem like the type of person that go against the grain.
Mhm.
He company man, he ain't gonna say, coach made the wrong decision.
Play by the book.
He gonna say the right things, but to anybody who had the Broncos main line like I did, they was screaming at the fucking TV.
I mean,
Excuse
come
me.
on.
Yeah, like what they, Shannon Sharp on Manning podcast, him and Eli, they kick it. He said, "What? Who kicked it?
Who
Why they doing that?
I was hoping somebody was kicking off their slide. Like, who kicking it? Like, I was saying the same
Who's
thing.
kicking?
Like twice.
Can't nobody be kicking it from
I
here.
don't know. It was Monday. It was at 11 o'clock at this point, and I was in the wind, busted.
I would have never did that. I would have definitely went for it. You know what I'm saying?
You
know,
got
I mean,
more
you
odds.
For me, you gotta justify paying the man the money.
Yeah.
What are you paying the money for?
Right.
I mean,
show me
I
what you
understand
got.
they beat themselves.
Right.
They had 2 bad turnovers
Yeah,
in the red zone inside the 1 yard line. They should have won the game, but when the game was on the line, 4th and 5, they opted to kick it. And it's like, how can you justify paying somebody, $250 million
Can't show them what you got.
if you can't count on get you 5 yards? But anyway,
I digress.
yeah.
All right, that was our Broncos rant, and we had to get it out because we got to see them boys. All right, moving along to the Steelers, and it's not called Heinz Field no more. Who you got?
Steelers, you know what I mean? In Pittsburgh, I said we lose that game.
Okay.
I don't know why, you know what I mean? But every time we go to Pittsburgh, we just go up there and we lose.
It's always a dogfight, and we either
Yeah.
come up short or we win by the skin of our teeth.
So y'all say we split with them?
Of course. Yep.
When we play
One
them?
there, one here.
Yeah, definitely.
We lose up there, one down here.
I just don't see us losing to anybody named Trubisky.
I said the same thing.
That defense,
Period.
man. And like,
hopefully T.J. Watt.
It's Najee Harris for me.
Najee
Najee
Harris.
He twisted his ankle. Is he gonna play anytime soon?
I'm saying they said he tore his pec or something like that, but he
He's
said,
talking about TJ.
Yeah, but he said,
Why?
like that's the first game. Like
Well,
by this,
Najee got ankle injury.
but I'm saying like by this game,
I'm about to
like,
say
they might be back.
Week 17.
They said like they're not gonna do surgery or anything like that, so he might be back.
All right, we so you got L,
Yeah, L.
Steelers.
We were sweeping the Steelers.
Okay, he said sweet.
That's why I'm at
Double W's. I have a L on this one, and like I said, we get to that. Moving along on the Browns.
So that's Deshaun's first game back. You know what I mean? Yeah, we definitely gonna be. You know what I mean? Like it's something about Deshaun. I think we got his number.
Is that a home game?
That's away.
That's a way for
I don't know what the stadium is. First
We
Energy.
should go up there and heckle him. We should all get tickets to the Cleveland game.
Put some Cleveland shit.
No, we should go up there like massage therapists.
Tell me about your
Do
problems.
everything but grab somebody by the Johnson.
Oh my
Like we
goodness.
should go up there and heckle,
Get some alleged ladies up there.
That's fine, bro.
The Browns,
They got a decent squad. They just can never get right. Can't get right. On paper, they always look amazing.
certain franchises.
Miles
teams,
Garrett,
they got shown
Denzel
first.
Ward, Greedy Williams. Like on paper, it sounds amazing. but can they get it done?
No, I think we're gonna handle business, bro. Like their offense ain't gonna be able to score. That's where I'm at.
Ravens have been locked
Joku.
down. I mean, it's too soon to really know, but I mean,
By this week,
we only
15.
allowed 9 points. I mean, it was Joe Flacco on the Jets, but I mean, the league average is like 20.
We touched on it earlier how we feel about the defense, and
Yeah. So the defense.
They stout this year.
You know, man, we ain't really give them no points to the end of the game.
Yeah.
It was like the last minute.
Yeah, we gave them them points. Let them walk in.
But so Falcons cakewalk once again. You know, their organization just don't have things together.
Can't get right.
And it, you know, it starts from the top.
Like Calvin Ridley, but can't get right.
Calvin really ain't playing.
Man.
You know, he put a little something on the game too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He said it's only 1,500.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
You know,
that.
I ain't making that much.
Oh
lead
man.
tough lead.
Hey man, don't get caught, guys.
Don't get caught. That's it.
And then we going back to the Steelers. We said I got the dub.
We win that.
Dub at home. January 1st, New Year's Eve. That's somebody's birthday.
My birthday.
You know what I'm saying?
Put a little hoodoo on.
Hey. And then the 7th for the 8th, we got the Bengals at Paul Brown Stadium. Last game of the season.
I feel like once again, you know what I mean. It seems like every time the game is on the line, like, you know, it's a must-win game. You know, we always fall short.
God, that AJ Brown play, it just lives in my head.
I mean, but it's happened so many times. Like, you know what I mean,
Crazy.
AJ Brown, you know what I mean, the Steelers, like they always put, you know what I mean, a division game, you know, on that last game.
Yeah.
They fixed it by doing that, you know, because a lot of teams is resting their starters.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put a division game there, you're more likely to get
Harder.
A game with more implications.
Matter.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, so I like what the league did about it. Hopefully we're in a position where we don't have to play our guys and we 19 or whatever it is now.
Yeah.
Now remember we did that when we saw the Titans and we rested our starters.
You said remember the Titans?
And we saw them Titans and AJ Brown did us in the hole.
We gotta have a get back though. We gotta get back.
Yeah.
We paid
Next
them
year.
back. We paid them back, man. We owe the Bills, man.
Yeah,
And
we want to see the Bills.
Not to get
We
it
definitely want to see
confused.
the Bills.
Like the Ravens' schedule is light considering that
we
the AFC,
definitely have an easy schedule.
The AFC is
Definitely.
heavy in the West. You got the Bills. I mean the Chargers, the Raiders. I'm still sour on the Broncos, but the Chiefs.
Yeah, we loaded.
You know,
AFC is loaded.
these are all teams that like got great quarterback play. Whether or not they can stop anybody is to be seen, but you know, pressure bust pipes. So
For real.
Buffalo's gonna be in the picture.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
we didn't talk about the Chiefs. You know what I mean?
hopefully, you know, Chiefs. It seemed like they ain't missing a beat.
I'm about to say.
Mahomes had 5 touchdowns the other day.
That's
It's like,
crazy.
I
They don't
mean-
know who the personnel is. He gonna make it happen.
And after watching that game last year, Bills and Chiefs playoff game.
That was a perfect game.
That was
It
the
was the-
playoffs.
it was
for
the
me.
best game.
That was the playoffs for me.
It was a rule changing game. You know what I'm saying? They changed the rules because the overtime rules changed because of that. You
Mhm.
know, they
was battling out.
They didn't when you want to see Buffalo lose like that. That's just the rules. Like the rules change.
They wanted to
So,
keep going for real.
Like, hopefully the Ravens put together a team that, at the end of the day, can slow them down. Because stopping them, it's probably not gonna be
Less likely.
You know,
Less likely.
are the Ravens a team that you want to take into a shootout? Probably not. But
No.
if we can play keep away, limit possessions.
Yeah.
Listen, I like our guys.
Stand
Me too.
by, guys.
Like I said, if we can get this offense to, you know, really get going, this running game to really get going, you know what I'm saying, that 2019, you know, because, you know, it was a couple times that Lamar handed it off, and I ain't know he kept it. You know what I
The
mean?
deception.
Yeah.
Cameraman,
So,
Yeah.
so you know what I mean? If we can get back to that, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, where it's though like, yo, I don't know who has the ball.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
like
really what was going on, you know, that 2019 year. They didn't know who had the ball, they didn't know where the ball was going, you know what I'm saying? And they just had people going, you know, this way, that way.
Somebody had brought this up. Going forward, we don't need to see no quarterback design runs. Like, they already on to us with the read option. Just don't give him the ball and let him run. Like, it has to be something with some diversion in it, like a straight quarterback design hut and then run like that shit.
I mean, the RPO is our whole game. You know what I mean?
But AI has some trickery and some deception. Like I remember a couple plays where it's just like hut to him, and then the whole defense already know where to go at and tackle for loss, fumble, hurt, injury.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need that. Like just take them out the playbook. Like
I think it's about assignment football and time of game.
Raining.
Who is Lamar gonna keep the ball on the RPO? It depends on the situation. Depends on
back there.
how they play it. A lot of teams are playing Lamar, and why we haven't been so successful lately is because teams are keeping Lamar in the pocket, and
quarterback spy.
And unless he can show that he can hurt teams over the top, why would you play it any different? So I mean that's the next level. That's the evolution of what we got going on.
Mm-hmm.
It started at Wildcat. So remember when teams started putting Ronnie Brown, the Dolphins, Ronnie Brown, Ricky Williams, they was running the ball. Nobody think they was gonna pass it. Now it's like 2.0. Cats like Lamar, cats like Jalen Hurts, cats like Josh Allen that can hurt you on the ground and pass it. It's like Wildcat 2.0. So the league just keeps turning. How you slow those down? Pick your poison. I don't know how you stop the Bills.
Can't.
You just hope.
You just gotta keep up. You just gotta keep up.
Slow them down. Limit their possessions. That's it. So.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the teams that got quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Shout out to the teams that want to pay quarterbacks.
I'm about to say, shout out to the teams that got the quarterbacks that
paid under contract. Yeah, and then we still gonna be Ravens fans. So.
AFC is loaded, but we got some players. We some contenders. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a great season. Great season.
I think so.
Looking forward to it. So yeah, this wraps up the episode. Thank you guys. My host Harvey Walt. I'm Chris Jones. Special guest Mike Turner in the building. You know what I mean?
Word.
Peace. Till next week.